Hey, what's up, everybody? Angels Workshop here. Um, we're on the other side of this. I'm gonna give you guys a little walk through my toolbox, my mechanic toolbox. This was actually bought on off of Marketplace. I think it was 150. It's a Craftsman. It was a little beat up, but I was able to paint it, fix it, make it look a little nicer. Let me flip this over. So if you guys are wondering what I'm looking at, that's the video to the video. So that's my little shelves up there, and super cool. And I have the speaker down there, so I'm able to hear music, which is really, really cool. But anyways, the point of this video is this little. I'm gonna give you the rundown from the very, very top to the very, very bottom. I'm gonna go through it. I am how I have organized it, which I actually really happy with it. Up here, I have stuff that I don't know where it goes yet. So if I don't know where it goes, I put it up here till I find a place for it. Over there in the corner are all my Loctites. As I'm doing stuff, and then I have some gaskets, some stuff to make gaskets in here. So yeah, that's good. First top shelf. These are all my bits, my Ryobi bits. This thing here was $15. And earlier when I was making a video, I mentioned that these right here go to the impact wrench. So put this into the impact wrench, and I'm able to use my regular sockets into my impact wrench. Yeah. So all my bits are in there. Down here, I have tiny little screwdrivers. If I'm ever doing something, they're typically it's going to be something electronic. And then I think this is for a watch kit. Allen wrenches, big Allen wrenches. I have brushes in here. This is I use this when I put together the wiring for the back of the TV. I had to go through the drywall, so this was super useful. I had my drill bits in here, but I was using them so much, this moved from my drill bits. So they were in here, but I was using them so much that I ended up making a little French cleat for them right over here. And if I need to, I can just pull the whole thing down and use them. When I'm done using them, I can put it up there. So yeah, those are my little drill bit cases, and it's just easier that way. So back over here. These are all my flathead screwdrivers right here. Phillips, and if you don't know what a Phillip is the one with the X. X being the little tips to X's, different sizes in there. These are all my wrenches as of right now. We are still, as I'm going through this, as I'm building more stuff, I realize I need more pliers. So wire strippers, regular pliers. These are like pressure ones that you just clamp on it. It gets real tight. Adjustable ones. This is for plumbing. Deep sockets, and then regular sockets right there. Some wrenches on here. What's going to come next is this has a SAE and the metric. The metric is the solid numbers 10, 12, 14, things like that. This right here has the adjustable little handle. So once you put it in there, it's a ratcheting. You can see that it's ratcheting. This is actually probably my next purchase. These are kind of pricey. You can get a set between $50 to $100 depending on how many you want. But bolts, different extensions. Definitely need these extensions. These are really useful right here. These little universal swiveling tips. I have 3 different sizes on these. This is torque wrench. If you need some precision, some precise pressure on a bolt. So torque wrench in there, and then some different types of sockets in here. This was my first purchase. This was in my truck for a long time. It's just a set of Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh, different sockets and extensions, and it's useful. But like I said, as you're growing, you start realizing you need certain things. Like for example, up here, I'll tell you what I bought that I didn't realize that I needed. This right here. This is for a gas line or a gas line. Yeah. So this right here has different. It's $7, $8. Super useful to have. So if you, like, I was fixing knock sensors on my truck, and I needed that little tool. Yeah, so yeah, as you start doing things, it's okay to not have the right things. Now, a little inside scoop. Um, Most of these places like AutoZone and Advanced Auto Parts have a rental section where you can rent tools, which is kind of like just buying it and returning it, but still it saves you from spending $50, $60. Down here are for my air compression extras. I know it's a little bit unorganized, but everything that I do with my air compressor is in here. And then I do have this little grinder in here. I use it a couple of times. It's not as powerful as I like it to be, but yeah, it does a trick sometimes. And then down there, I got some funnels, a charging kit, a charger for a battery with a trickle charge, and then some fluids. Yeah, that right there, guys, is my little tool area. Uh, and then next to it, I have these ramps that I made myself. And then I use these up here, just little blocks I put behind my tire so it doesn't roll back. I made these myself. You know, those would have been $7, $8 at Harbor Freight or anywhere, really. So when you have extra pieces of lumber, why not make your own? Uh, these right here are magnetic trays. You know, this is really useful, man. We've all gone through it where you are working on something and you drop a little screw and you can't get it. So that's where this comes in as well. So you can get into the crevices of something, you know, and then just pick something up. But it's all in here. So like as you guys see, I like to have things in the same general area. Those are my tools for my car. Um, it's easier to find, and it lowers the amount of time, and it's easier to find. And then actually up here, little light, and it adjusts. Little thing broke off, so I just used some tape on it. But yeah, it has a hook on it as well, so I can hook it onto the car. That helped me quite a bit when I was changing the oxygen sensor on the Denali. Yeah, so keep everything organized. If you guys like it, if you guys like this video, leave a comment, subscribe. You guys know what to do. Appreciate you guys.